our group page, either one.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Troph Sound. Week 8. Start sit. 0 teams on bye. Tons of people still injured. What's up, David Genius, with your big old penis? Good
Hey
morning.
man, I love that they did this week 8 and week 12. They threw 2 weeks in between all the bye weeks with no buys. So
No
definitely makes
buys.
me happy.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people complaining about, well, he put 6 teams on bye last week, but nobody on bye this week. Even it out.
I
Let's
think
have
they
some
should.
more
I mean, I
chaos.
would have been
please.
okay with them either evening it out or like the people who are on bye in week 4 and the people who are on bye in week like 15 or whatever, compress them to week 8 and 12. And, because a bye in week 4 is useless. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
for
haven't
sure.
even played enough to need a bye at that point.
Well, I enjoy the chaos, so let's keep the chaos. Um, so, question for you: you got a flex one here. You want to give DeAndre Hopkins playing against Atlanta, possibly showcasing him for a trade. Not that I think you would need to, or Alexander Madison at Green Bay.
I would probably go Hopkins. I don't know if you got to watch the game last week, but they featured Cam Akers more than Madison. He actually looked better than Madison. So I think that they're going to start bringing him in more, eating into Madison's touches.
Yeah, so I agree. I think Alexander Madison is not anything special, nor has he been. But I said that preseason.
I did too. I was unsure of how they were, bringing him in as the top dog.
Yes, sir. Daniel BB, what's going on, man? You got some questions for us? Drop them below. We're going to talk through everything. What you gonna dress up for Halloween? I almost came on here dressed as Donald Trump, but I couldn't find.
So we did have a Halloween party last night, but this year with the move and everything else, we didn't go get costumes. So I just threw one of Dina's old onesie things on, and I was a panda.
You were wearing a onesie, huh?
I was wearing a onesie.
Which side was the bulge on? That's the real question. All right, first question here. Derek Love, Derek Carr, or Jordan Love, half PPR. The PPR doesn't swing anything either direction for me, but I'm just not in love with Jordan Love, man. I'm not in love with him at all. I don't care that he's playing against the Vikings or anything. Derek Carr's been brutal too, man. I get it. I gotta play Derek Carr, man. The weapons there. I gotta play him. Maybe he'll stop dumping it down to Alvin Kamara so much. Maybe he'll throw something deep.
I am not a fan of Carr at all this year. I'm not a fan of the Saints in general. However, the volume is there. I think he's had to throw over 50 times the last 2 weeks. It would be a record if he had to throw 50 again this week for multiple games in a row of 50 attempts or more. But when you have that many attempts, you're going to get some volume in there. Love has just been a little bit less impressive lately, but I do still like his upside, and he does get those rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. What made him impressive early season is the massive touchdown percent. It's kind of came back to life. Obviously, I said that would happen. Traded him in a few spots in Dynasty as well. Off of that, didn't really get what I thought I could. But both of these teams got great matchups. I'm gonna play Carr at Indianapolis. I just think the volume is gonna be there, like you said.
Well, yeah, I mean the volume, and we just saw Indianapolis let Cleveland's offense with a backup quarterback look like and the same thing for the opposite. Cleveland let Indianapolis look like their all-star offense. But
yep, Nico or Scary Terry. Got this question in my PM a few minutes ago. Appreciate you, Donald, hopping in here and asking it. I told you Nico, but talk me out of it. Can you do that?
Yes and no. I mean, so
They're close to me.
this is a close one for me. Tank Dell is back, so he's gonna take away some from Nico. Especially, I
Maybe.
mean, I think Stroud needs to start looking at Dell more. I was looking at it earlier in the week, and he has like this tied for second best open rate in the NFL. Uh, and McLaurin owns the Eagles. He always does well against the Eagles. He averages something like 85 yards and a touchdown and like 7 catches or something against them. Uh, so
I called.
McLaurin is I mean, neither one of these is a bad play.
Yeah. So early in the week, you asked me to do the round table.
Mhm.
Um, I picked Jahan Dotson as my breakout player or whatever that question was. I can't remember. I think he has a great game, but a lot of this has got to do with how the matchup lines up. It might not look that great on paper, but the Eagles get up. They start people start throwing the ball against them. So I think both of these guys are good plays, man. Nico's kind of dominating the middle of the field though, and
Well,
I really
the other problem with Nico is, yeah, it's they've been a high flying offense. They've surprised a lot of people, but um, the Panthers' pass defense is not something to just laugh at. Like, they've been
yeah.
decent. Their run defense is terrible. You could run against them all day, which is why I put Damian Pierce as my breakout player of the week. If they run it with him, either way, Houston running backs dial them up, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Morning, guys. Are you worried about the Tua Mostert with left tackle, left guard, and center out? I actually didn't realize all of those players were out, but the big headline was the left tackle. Yeah, a little bit concerned with it, but I think they'll design maybe not so much Mostert because the scheme is really what does it for them. I think Mostert still has a phenomenal game here, but I think maybe it's time we get Jalen Waddle a little bit more involved with some quick shit out the screen game and things like that. They're gonna get the ball out of his hands quicker. So all in all, I'm not concerned too much with this Dolphins offense.
I'd be more concerned about this if Judon and Gonzalez and the playmakers for the Patriots defense weren't also out. The fact that those guys are out, it's backups versus backups, and in the end, it's still going to be the Tyreek Hill show, the Raheem Mostert Tua doing their thing. Waddle does worry me a little bit with that back injury. We don't know, that's the kind of thing it flares up and he could be gone after one series.
Yeah.
So as much as I like Waddle and I think that he could be used here, he's a stay away for me. Again, just back injuries scare me. You never know what's going to happen with those.
Yeah, you don't know. And they're not telling us everything regardless. So
They never do anymore.
Yeah. Daniel BB says, so my touchdown league got 6 combined points from Evans and Diggs. Are we losing any faith in Devontae Adams with lack of QB? He has Bourne, Rice, Mixon, Gibbs, and Roshan Johnson. It's Devontae Adams, dog. You got to start him. I know it sucks. It's been sucking. This same shit happened last year towards the end of the season, and we got on here after 4 or 5 games that they had a bad stretch, and there were tons of questions. Should I start Devontae? Should I start Devontae? My counterparts kept saying, yeah, you can't trust him right now. Bench him. I was like, fuck that. Start him. And he went off for like 170 and 2 touchdowns. It's Devontae Adams, man. He's one of the most talented wide receivers in the NFL. You got to keep rolling him out there, man. It's tough as it is. I own him too. I own him too, but I got to keep rolling him out there, man. There's no way I put any of these guys in over him.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I do think Adams is, again, in regular leagues, you're still playing Adams, period. And the story still got that high upside. I think in this situation, though, and in a touchdown league, I'm probably going with Jahmyr Gibbs. I think the Lions are going to completely smash the Raiders. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. They're going to come out mad about last week. They're going to want to show that they're still a top team. And the Raiders have shown me absolutely nothing to have any faith in that offense at all. I think Gibbs, broke out, had his best game last week, and I think they're just going to build on top of that this week.
Yeah. I mean, once again, we don't have we're not gonna have any David Montgomery, so I get it, man. But Devontae is a threat to go for over 100 and drop 2 touchdowns any given week. So
I just don't see it this week against the Lions. Not when they're coming out mad after that whooping they took by the Ravens. Also,
yeah,
fuck the Ravens.
I don't care at all. You can throw on the Lions. That's where they're weak defensively. They're great at stopping the run. But I mean, I get it, man. But I can't do it. I can't, not at all. Devontae Smith or Scary Terry, same game here. I'm going Terry. Scary Terry. I know it's scary, but I'm playing Terry.
I'm going Scary Terry too. Devontae looks lost this year so far. It has definitely been the AJ Brown show. I think he's on the verge of a record too if he gets another game in a row with over 125 receiving yards.
So far, that game is 5 games in a row with 125 yards or more. Or more has happened several times throughout that stretch too. Only
And
other
one of those
player,
games was
Calvin
against these
Johnson.
Commanders, wasn't it?
Huh?
One of those games was against the Commanders, wasn't it?
Let's see.
Because
Maybe
they
so.
played them already this year. I'm just saying for all you betting types out there like me, throw a little sprinkle on him getting that 125 and breaking that record.
Yeah, I mean the only player that's done 5 in a row is Calvin Johnson. He's probably gonna. Why not? He's if I'm the head coach, I'm doing the little sprinkle too. Let's go. Pick 2. All right, this is gonna be you, huh?
Yeah, this is
Flex.
one of mine. Yeah,
JT, MT, Rice, Mims, Gus Bus, Bourne, or Tutu. So MT would be Michael Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Which
Michael
I heard
Thomas
afterwards that he's questionable now.
Yeah. Yes. Also, JT is a smash start. Moss is actually questionable right now too. I don't think he plays and everything, but the splits is coming to a head anyways already. JT is going to start taking 70%. He's the smash start. Now, really, it depends on if you need consistency or you need a boom game. I think Gus Bus is your answer either way, though. Honestly, I think he's got the most solid floor.
I started 0-6. I just won my first matchup last week in that league.
This league right here.
Well, because I had Kamara, Eckler, and JT as my running backs, and I basically had to wait on all of them till week 4 or 5. So,
yeah, I don't know. Rice is probably the answer. Just the snow that I saw kind of concerns me a little bit, but not really, man. Like as long as it's not super windy, I think it's okay. Give me JT and Rice.
Okay.
With strong consideration for Gus Edwards. Pick 1: Javonte, Hunt, Jaylen Warren, AJ Dillon. I feel you, caps lock. I feel you. I'm starting Jaylen Warren in one of my leagues, but that's because I don't have Javonte as an option here. I would play Javonte. I know the Chiefs' defense been kind of stout and everything, but he is involved in the passing game as well. He is starting to get. He's ticking up. He's ticking up. You don't want to miss that game. I think it could happen today.
All right, I'm going to help you in the least helpful way possible. I'm going to tell you it's not A.J. Dillon.
Yeah, there you go.
I can make a case for all 3 of the other ones. The running backs, and they have some of the top metrics for running backs in Denver. They just don't freaking run them enough. Hunt is taking over the job up there in Cleveland, and Jerome Ford banged up. And Jaylen Warren, as much as Najee is the one that they're still running more, Jaylen Warren is the pass catching back, and that's what you can do against these Jags. So I probably say Warren is my top guy out of these, but
Williams Steelers fan, gotcha.
I am a Steelers fan, yeah.
So as the Steelers fan, I've been saying it all season long. if one of these guys, if you could choose for one of these guys to go down with a season-ending injury, who would you choose to go down?
Like between Warren and Najee?
Yeah.
I mean, get Najee out of there. Warren's
Get
been Warren
Najee out of
Warren.
there. Let's
Listen,
go.
Najee Harris still is, he's still got potential, but he's running like he's 60 years old, or like, he's at the back end of his career instead of like the third year or whatever he is.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Warren just looks electric. I mean, he looks like a video game cheat in some of his things.
Jaylen Warren's pretty awesome, honestly. It just get Najee out of there. Good morning, fellas. Good morning to you, Caps Lock. Thank you for hopping in here. Good morning, guys. Where's Jordan Fine Ass been? Jordan Fine Ass trying to make some fucking money because Biden and his cronies are ruining our country. So he's trying to afford food for his family. So that's where he's at right now. Hate to make this political, but I've been thinking about doing a Truth Serum Politics podcast for a minute. I get hyped up over that shit. Who is the biggest sleeper this week? Lots of them. But I kind of chose Jahan Dotson. I highlighted him in the roundtable article. And I talked about him, and there's some metrics there that look to be coming together. Maybe he has a big game. So I'll just say that. But, I mean, everyone's a sleeper, I guess. If you're ranked outside the top 70 or so.
I'm going to roll with the same dude I had last week. Tyson Bagent, baby. He's going up against this terrible Chargers offense. You could pass all day against them. They were careful last week. They came out with a game script to let him, efficiently run the game. But they've seen what he can do now. They've had him in for a few weeks. They're going to let him do his thing against this Chargers defense. Chargers on upset alert this week, let me tell you.
Last week when you said that, I just completely dismissed it. I like not hearing that shit. Dude had a good game, man. Like, maybe not a whole bunch of fantasy points or anything, but I mean, he looked solid. So yeah, I like it. Jordan Love or Trevor Lawrence, man. Only reason I'm questioning is T-Law's injury. I'm not questioning it, dude. It's Trevor Lawrence. Tell Dina to put a bra on, please.
She has one on.
Only reason is because of the injury. I'm not concerned. You concerned?
Yeah. If you saw his injury last week, he did absolutely nothing to stop him from running everywhere. I'd be more worried about the fact that TJ Watt is in that defense that he's facing this week, and they didn't have anybody like him last week. I just feel like the Steelers Jags game is probably going to be a more defensive game than the Packers Vikings. So if you like the Packers to win today, I'd go with Jordan Love. The Packers and the Vikings have split the last 6 games, and it's not been close. It's been a blowout one way or the other each game. It's more than 2 or more than a one score game in all of their games just about. So if you like the Packers to win, it's probably a blowout. There's the fantasy points. Go with J Love. If you think the Vikings are going to win, stick with T-Law.
If you like the Packers to win, you got it all wrong anyways.
I got the Packers winning.
All right, Breece Hall or Raheem Mostert. Which one of these top 10 running backs are you going to bench this week?
Why are you benching either one? Who else do you have? Is this a one running back league with no flex spots?
That's the question. Both of these guys are top 10 options for me, man. Find a way to get them both in. Unless you have McCaffrey, Eckler, Kamara, ETN, now it's starting to become a question. Both of these guys are fucking must starts in my opinion. But drop down another. Let us know who else you got though. Got a tough one for you. Currently have JT, Gus Edwards, Najee plugged in. Would you move Josh Jacobs in and bench one of them? Yes, I would. I'd play Josh Jacobs over Najee
I know you
and
would.
Najee and Gus Edwards. I'd play Josh Jacobs above both of them.
I'd probably put Josh Jacobs in over Najee as well this week. I'm not sure I'd put him over Gus Edwards just because of the
Dude,
matchup. But
what do you mean because of the
Jacobs doesn't have
matchup?
an easy matchup either. I mean, like you said, the Lions are good against the run.
Yeah, hold on, man. Let me just nope. I know the Lions are not a good matchup. I can't find the page I'm looking for right here immediately, but you have to consider how much Josh Jacobs is getting the ball, man.
Oh no,
20
I'd still
plus
play him over
opportunities.
Najee. Like I said, Najee. First off, he's splitting the backfield now with Jalen Warren. It's not 100% Najee anymore. And the Jags are a good run defense, and Najee's not our pass catching back. That's Jalen Warren. So I'd go Josh Jacobs over Najee. I'm not sure I'd take him over Edwards though. Edwards has been, I mean, he's a touchdown machine. They use him up there now. They're trying to not use Lamar near as much as far as running, just to keep him healthy.
Shit, man. I got Josh Jacobs as a strong RB2 this week, man. I'm just trying to figure out what else you got so you can also bench Gus Edwards. Don't get it twisted. Like he's a decent play, but if he scores a touchdown, you're happy. If not, then you're not going to be happy. By the way, I needed one of those TSF shirts. They are so sick. I need to get some more, man. These are out of stock right now, and
I have like 4 of them in my closet right now.
hey, man, don't be bragging. Purdy or T. Law. Let me take a second for this.
Now, this one was one of my questions just because of the Purdy injury or the Purdy concussion. But now they cleared protocol. I mean, it feels like it should be Purdy, right? I have the Bengals winning this game, but that, to me, that's not Mixon running it. That's Burrow passing all over the place and Purdy and them having this, do the same in a shootout.
Yeah, so obviously we know what these players are. Purdy's your 220 and 2, right? He's consistent with that. Trevor Lawrence has a ceiling like anybody else in the NFL, man. The Purdy matchup is, to me, a little bit tougher in Cincinnati. I think the Steelers are the better matchup here. Better matchup, and I think the higher ceiling. I would roll out Trevor Lawrence. T-Law. Pick 2. Puka, Chase, Thielen, or Lamb. Jesus. Why can I only pick 2?
Yeah, somebody's bragging here. That's what's happening. This is an embarrassment of riches.
I don't want to pick 2, but Chase and
do it. Puka, baby.
It's Puka Nakucha. Let's go. Puka and Chase, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's Puka and Chase for me as well. Thielen has the volume, and he's definitely going to be the favorite there for a while. But both those teams are good against the pass and not good against the rush. I think there's going to be more running in that game. And CeeDee Lamb, I don't know. I like Puka. I got to watch him for the first time last week against the Steelers, and the dude is he's ridiculous.
Yeah. He gives it everything he has every time. I fucking love me some Puka Nakucha. Nakua or Devontae, man, Jesus Louises.
Puka, right?
I think it's Puka, yeah. But these are some great options, man. You got to be able to get both of these guys in here. Smith, Which this Smith I think might go to this guy. Possibly when I asked what's the other option, I just don't know. There's Smith. I don't know who Smith is. There's a bunch of those, I'm sure. We got Ridley, Dell, Gallup, Michael Wilson. Are we picking one here?
Yes, and Ridley was my smash at the beginning of the season for this, but he's just been ignored.
Man, yeah, it's tough, man. I don't think any of these guys are I don't think any of them got a solid floor, right? I think both of them can get you all four of them can get you 0. I want to say Calvin Ridley just because it's Calvin fucking Ridley and he should be doing and he's gonna get back to where he should be and all that, man. And Tank Dell's just coming off of an injury and he's gonna play first game from being out 3 weeks. And so it's between Ridley and Dell for me. Both are very risky options. I think I'd play Ridley, dude. It's super close, though. Dell's intriguing, though, man. Got ETN, Kamara, Brees, and Mostert with one flex.
You have, is there money in this league? Because you won
it. Yeah, he does this every year. Flex hard, baby. Hurts or Purdy? It's Hurts.
It hurts, yeah. I mean, I think that game, I actually have the Eagles on upset alert as well, but I think that game's going to be very high scoring.
Yeah, let's go. Pick 3, Flowers, Kirk, Thielen, Goddard, Hockenson. Thielen is your number 1 option here. Kirk is your number 2. And do you agree so far?
I disagree on the order, but I agree on the picks.
Okay. I mean, Flowers would be number 3, but do you have to start one of these tight ends as well? Because there's an option, clear option there for me too. If you got to start a tight end for your tight end spot, it's Hockenson. But the way this question is being answered or asked, you already got a tight end locked in, and these are just flex options.
Yeah, I'd be going. My order would be Kirk, Flowers, and then Thielen. Thielen has had the volume, but again, both those teams in there are good, good against the pass, and I think that's going to be a low scoring game. Kirk is the number 1 option there, and Flowers is just, as much as I hate everything Ravens, he's impressed me.
Yeah. The volume's starting to come in better areas for Flowers, but 11 targets is 11 targets for Thielen and Kirk. They're smashes. Is Amari DeMarcado a good play this week? I wouldn't say a good play, but we all got our options are different throughout every team we own. And is he playable is the question I think you're asking. He's playable. He's a flex option, a lower end flex option. But yeah, I have a league where I'm playing him. But Baltimore is not an easy matchup. So I think he gets his hay in a PPR league. Maybe you can get 4 or 5 receptions out of him. I just don't think he has a great game on the ground.
Here's my thing with DeMarcado and that game in general today. And yes, take my hatred of the Ravens into consideration, but I think the Ravens are going to sleep on the Cardinals looking ahead to the Seahawks next week. I don't know if the Cardinals are going to win straight up, but I think they cover the spread and make this a good game. And DeMarcado is part of that. So, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a good play. If you have more obvious answers, ETN, stuff like that, DeMarcado is not an option. But if you're in one of those spots where, your running backs are hit, I wouldn't mind DeMarcado.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming probably in the TSF 100. So it's a thick league, dog. So you never know. Let's see. Linda, let us know who your options are there. Well, let's talk through it that way because he's a playable option, but you might have other guys. Pick 1: Dameon Pierce, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, Michael Thomas, Jalen Warren. Did I hear Terry McLaurin or Jalen Warren? I don't know. If I got to pick one, I think I'm going to play Terry.
You do have to pick one. This is I'm not sure how I'm only 4-3 in this league. It is a 16-team league, but I have DeAndre Swift, CeeDee Lamb, and Jamar Chase as well as those other options. How I'm 4-3, I have no idea. Other than maybe Jamar Chase's slow start to the season before he became the monster he always is.
Yeah. I think Terry's my answer. Second would be Drake London, if you have any doubts on that. Puka or Thielen? Jesus.
Puka.
2 late round options, dog. This is gold. If you got these 2 on your team, this is why you're answering this question or asking this question. You got them both late. You possibly got one of them off the waiver wire. This is a winning question right here. I'm going to go Puka, though, man. Puka the Coochie, baby. Let's go. But I remember going back all the way 8 weeks ago, week 1, there were a bunch of Thielen questions coming in. And I was like, Thielen. And others, maybe even you, were like, no. And I was like, well, it's a young quarterback. He's going to lean on him, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work out week 1, right? And I was like, well, shit. Well, I was wrong. My bad, Thielen's been a monster lately, man. So
yeah. Dina picked him up in 2 of her 3 leagues that she did the draft for, and I was like, it got me thinking that maybe they had some late round potential. So she got a diamond in the rough there.
Yes, sir. Both of these diamonds came out the rough. Vance Schlitz here, Bourne, Sutton, Chuba, baby. Damn.
It's not Sutton for me. Not with the snow and against. It's just not. It's not Sutton. I want to say it's Chuba.
I do too, but I'm trying to sit here and talk myself out of it. Miles Sanders just has not been worth a damn.
Yeah, and they're going to put Miles Sanders in today. They're going to run him out there. They're going to see what they, but he hasn't proven anything this year. Chuba has one, if Miles Sanders comes in and struggles, they're going to put him down and they're going to bring in Chuba. And again, this matchup, both teams, you can run against these teams.
Yeah, he's been the guy coming out of the backfield getting receptions as well. I think Chuba's the guy, man. Fantasy Sports Corporation, what's up? Cowboys have given double digits to only 2 wide receivers this year.
That's awesome because they're going to give double digits to 2 wide receivers today. Trayvon
Diggs is gone for the year. So I mean that helps out a little bit.
That doesn't even matter because Bland has been incredible in his spot.
Pass rush is the biggest thing here, man. They're not allowed to have a lot of time, but
that's why Puka is my favorite wide receiver of the day because they won't give him a lot of time. Puka don't need a lot of time. The dude gets open and like that.
Yeah.
And then he shakes and bakes and I mean it's over. He's just ridiculous. I do have the Cowboys winning that game, by the way. I just think it's going to be a lot higher scoring than people suspect.
I want to say the upset of the week I chose for the Rams in the round table. I can't really remember. Start 1, Waller, Metcalf, Deontay Johnson, Miles Sanders. DK Metcalf, dog.
Yeah, it's Metcalf for me as well. I don't know if you guys saw, the Cleveland defense is the number 1 defense and blah, blah, blah. But did you see what the Colts just did to them?
Yeah.
They threw up points. Josh Downs just made them look silly.
Yeah. Josh Downs making people look silly here lately, man. I got it. Go. Pick 2 flex, Gus Bus, Jalen Warren, D-Hop, Tyler Lockett, Tank Dell.
Now, before you answer this one, no pressure, but this is in a Survivor League where 4 of the remaining people are the 4 people we had with us at the expo out of 4 of the 9. And there's a PS 4, 5, or 17, whatever they are now, on the line. Really, I just have to last longer than Jordan. That would make me happy.
So, like on a normal week, I think this would be Tyler Lockett. Smash. Do you play? It's shit, man. It's tough. They're all like the same in their own little way.
I think Tyler Lockett was my smash normally, but he has this little questionable thing next to him, and I'm not sure what that's about.
Maybe I can look at that right quick.
I mean, it says he's expected to play, but
he had a full practice Friday. It was a hamstring. I think he's too risky, man. Like it's between Hopkins and Tank Dell for me.
I could start too. So
okay, well, I think it's going to be those two. That's right, Tank Dell, Hopkins.
Okay, yeah, Lockett. I think if JSN hadn't burst out like I thought he would last week, and like I said he would, then Tyler Lockett, they would still risk him out there. But with JSN coming on like he did, I don't think they need to risk Lockett. So if he's coming in the hobble, they can sit him.
And Fantasy Sports Corporation agrees with me. He thinks it's going to be Dell, 100%. Tank Dell. Yeah, it's a money league. Go get that money, dog. That's what I'm talking about. Hurts the top 10 every week since week 2. He would be ranked there, probably top 8 with the worst matchup possible, in my opinion. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is a monster. Pick 3, flex. Mixon, Stevenson, Ford, Hopkins, Keenan Allen, DK. Go ahead and sit Ford down.
Yeah, he's hurt. I saw that afterwards.
He's a mild high ankle sprain, which is, I guess, the worst kind of ankle sprain, but in the least significant way. I don't know. But yeah, he's talking about probably playing today, man. He's going to test it pre-game. He wants to play
his product into his touches anyway. So I kind of took him out of the equation, and I threw in Allen and DK as smashes to me. So really, it comes down to either Mixon, Stevenson, or Hopkins in that last spot.
Okay, well then it's Mixon for me because Keenan and DK, I play both of them for sure. Okay. Mixon, he's not been what you want, but the volume is there, and it's a great offense. He's going to get opportunities the kind that you like. So, sideline reporter Vance here. Gesicki, sleeper tight end of the week. 6 catches, 40 yards, and a tutty. Not a huge game, but season high comes today. If you think the Patriots going to score a touchdown, I hate what the Patriots look like this year, man.
I will say that I was on Wake and Rake this morning, and Eric also called Gesicki to get a touchdown today.
Okay, well, let's go. Gesicki. Go suck me. Running back, tight end slot: Stevenson, Algier, Everett, Logan Thomas. I don't know why this is even a question, dude. Stevenson or Logan Thomas is what this question reads out to me. It shouldn't be a question. I think it's Stevenson, man, but I like Logan Thomas this week too.
I think it's Stevenson for me as well.
It shouldn't be a question though, right? But it is.
It shouldn't be.
It certainly is. Sad that it is, but I'm glad I turned him and Tank Dell into I turned Tank Dell and Ramondre Stevenson into shit. I'm gonna tell you, I'm having a brain fart. As always, you know.
Well, you look that up. I'm gonna start on this next one. It says need
CD
one
Lamb.
for a flex.
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb, nice. Need
Yeah.
one for a flex. Waller, Pierce, Dubes, or Hunt. Which Pierce is this?
Damian Pierce, I'm sure. It could be Alec Pierce, though, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if it's Alec Pierce, it's not even an option. If it's Damian Pierce, I want to say that's the answer to me. Again, both of these teams you can run against. For me, this is Pierce's either sit up or come show out or sit the fuck down game. He's been not effective in that offense. And that's been a lot of people were, they're playing up for the run because he was their only threat coming into the season. And Stroud has, taken advantage of that. So I want to say Pierce is going to come out now and start getting some lighter boxes to run into and having more success. He's my breakout player of the week. I'm expecting somewhere above 20 points from him.
I want to say that too, but I can't say it. I want to say it. I just can't say it. I think I'm going to play Kareem Hunt over him this week. I know it's scary. Seattle, you can run on Seattle. They've given up points to the receiving running backs too. He's kind of got a combination of both. I think his workload increases a lot. I don't think Ford plays this week, so I expect it to be the Kareem Hunt show. Give me the RB1 for a team that likes to run the ball and decent matchup there. So I'm gonna go Hunt. Pick 2, Puka Nacua, Zay Flowers, Terry McLaurin, Christian Kirk already played Evans and not benching St. Brown. That's smart. It's Puka Nacua, though, for me, number 1, and Christian Kirk.
It's Nacua and McLaurin for me. But I like all of these options. Realistically, as far as I'm concerned, unless your options are like Chase, St. Brown, or Nacua, you guys can just all play Nacua as far as I'm concerned. I love that dude.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Samesies. My other options are Slim. Okay, so this was going back to the Amari DiMercado. Is he a good option? Jeff Wilson, Tyler Lockett, Pierre Strong. I would play Tyler Lockett over DiMercado because I think the ceiling is there. But the floor, I think DiMercado's got a better floor.
Listen, I'd take the risk on DiMercado. I mean, Tyler Lockett, being questionable, and again, they don't need to play him with JSN now.
He only has 2 top 20 weeks, by the way.
Tyler Lockett?
Yeah, Lockett.
Lockett's. I mean, he's my thing with Lockett. He's like my fantasy pariah. If I bench him, the dude goes off for like 10 catches, 3 touchdowns. I mean, it's stupid. And if I play him, he gets 1 catch for 2 yards.
Bench him today so Linda can have a good option today.
Well, I did bench him because he was questionable.
Well, there you got it, Tyler Lockett. Pick 1, Myers, Palmer, or Michael Wilson. It's Josh Palmer, dog. Why isn't it not? It's Josh Palmer.
Myers has been, almost better than Devontae Adams in that offense.
And Garoppolo's coming back this week, so I get it.
It says Palmer's questionable too.
Questionable to score 2 touchdowns against Chicago's defense.
It says he's a D and he's a game time decision. That's my worry with him being questionable as the Sunday night game. I don't have options if he doesn't go.
Well, let me look at that.
Well, I guess I do. I have Myers because Myers is Monday night.
Huh. What do their projections say?
17 and 18.
I would
Although
play
if you don't
Tyler
think
Goff.
Ford's going to play, I have Hunt in that league. Oh no, I needed a wide receiver specifically.
If he plays, I think I would play him. But you got option there. Y'all banned
So I
Vance
plugged
from the
in
Survivor
Palmer.
leagues.
I saw Myers as Monday night, so I threw in Palmer, and Myers will go in if Palmer isn't going.
That would be my plan of action. Y'all banned Vance from the Survivor leagues.
That Survivor League came about at the Expo, so you had to be there. We drafted live at a I can't remember what the name of the sports bar was. But 4 of the people we came in with 5 people. Dina was the 5th one. She was out first, but it was not her fault or anything anybody could predict. She had Joe Burrow and T. Higgins in week 1. So
Pick 2: ETN, Walker, Jones, DeMarcado. I'm assuming that's Aaron Jones. I'm gonna go ETN and Walker pretty confidently.
Yeah, not even a question for me, Etienne and Walker.
Well, not Vance, but Vince. Vince name spelt differently. Gerald Everett or Tyler Conklin. I am going to play Gerald Everett. Getting more and more involved. What's his name? Taller, leaner, younger tight end that they have has been scoring a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, his name's escaping me right now, but that's why I'm not picking Gerald Everett.
Gerald Everett scored last week, and he's been much more involved in their offense. He's had a consistent, few targets. So I just think that role will increase a little bit, with the lack of I cannot remember his name. Donald Parham, that's it. Parham and fucking receiver that got hurt. Jesus.
Mike Williams.
There you go. Thank you.
So for me, that's Tyler Conklin. I have the Jets beating the Giants today, and I have the Chargers losing and firing their coach today.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Can you get – if you lose to the Tyson Bagent-led Bears and you were supposed to be a Super Bowl hopeful team, you're now, 2-6 at that point? Because they're 2-5 right now, right?
Who are you talking about? The Giants? Chargers. Oh, shit. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah, if you lose to the Bears today, you're fired. You're done. Go away. Get out.
You got El Freaky or Tua Tagovailoa.
I hate the Ravens, so for me it's Tua, and I can make an excuse for either one, but Tua's a monster. If Tua's
Lamar
healthy,
Jackson, hands down, man. Hat bet. Lamar Jackson.
I'll hat bet that one. I also have the Ravens on upset alert because I think they're looking ahead to next week.
El Freaky against the Arizona Cardinals. Tua versus New England.
New England without Christian Gonzalez, without Matt Judon. Come on. Tua's about to tear them up. Tyreek's about to set records today.
Lamar Jackson about to rush for 100 yards today. Let's go. Kamara, Mixon, Gibbs, Johnson, touchdown league. Who's Johnson? Johnson. Yeah, this is only touchdowns. So,
touchdowns are 100 yards, right?
That's correct. I don't think he gets.
I don't think Mixon or Johnson are in this argument. It's between Kamara and Gibbs for me.
Well, who's Johnson? Let me see who I think.
It's Roschon. I know his lineup. He messages me questions all week. It's Roschon.
Yeah, it's definitely not Roschon then. So it's between Kamara and Mixon, I guess.
It's
Gibbs,
Kamara,
I guess.
for me.
Yeah, I think it's Kamara. Kamara.
Kamara has. I think Kamara is your safer bet. I think Gibbs has the potential to get 2 or 3 touchdowns, though. They without Montgomery in, and they used him more last week. Again, they're coming in mad for what the Ravens did to him last week. I don't expect the Raiders to be anywhere in this game.
Probably. I would play
It's not
Kamara.
Camara.
It's Camara.
She says that when I'm doing the card breaks all the time.
Parham is the Chargers tight end. Thank you for that. I don't know. I think I just got dropped on my head a lot when I was a baby, and I know who I'm talking about. I just can't remember sometimes. We are at the bottom of the questions. Give you another second to bring them in. See. Nothing. Let's see some news here.
Man, I didn't even realize I got so much news. I mute the phone.
Yeah, I know. But it does flood in.
I like the newest comment coming from my page.
What is it? The welcome to old age, Joey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you guess who
I'm
it
getting
is?
there, man. No.
It's Wyatt.
Oh yeah. Wyatt, man, what's up, dog?
Man, Jimmy didn't get on today. He was messaging me last night trying to make sure he was on.
So Wyatt, while you're here with me, I just got to let you know Patrick Mahomes was added to the injury report just now with an illness. So it said no game designation status change. So he's going to play, but apparently he's not feeling too good.
Michael Thomas and Zach Moss are both going to play as well.
Yeah.
I like how some of these they give me the notification for, like Robbie Chosen is out. I don't have him. Why would you even tell me that? I got no need to know that.
Was that a sleeper notification?
I must have him in one of my dynasty leagues or something.
So Tyron Smith is inactive against the Rams today. So I think that's kind of something to pay attention to, even though it's not a fantasy player. Juju is going to play today. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, he's disappeared. I expected him to go up there and be the top dog up there, and he's done absolutely nothing.
All right, so that's all the really actionable news items. Let's answer the rest of these questions, and we will close this out for the week. Pick 2, Ramondre Stevenson, Foreman, Akers, Pittman, Lambeau's Legion. Who Lambeau Legion is? It's Pittman for sure. Pittman, and I don't know who Lambeau's Legion is, but I don't want to play these other guys. But I guess Ramondre.
Yeah, it'd be Ramondre for me. Again, I don't know who Lambeau's Legion is either. Oh, Lamb. It's CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb then. If that's Lambeau's Legion. What an autocorrect. It says Facebook's being so annoying. I think that's a typing error, bruh. But yeah, it's gonna be Pittman and Lambeau's Legion for me today.
Yeah, same.
Illness, thinking it's a stomach bug. Yeah, just maybe he might have to go poo poo at halftime or something. What about to have? He about to have an MJ flu game. He gonna drop 63 points with the flu. I remember that. I was young. Should I play Cup this week against Dallas D? You should play Cup every week, even if they're playing the Monstars. I don't care. Cooper Kupp auto start auto start.
I like Cup,
I
and again, I
don't
do.
ever want to hear that question again.
I think Dallas is going to allow
What?
as many today as they've allowed all season of double-digit wide receivers. I just think Puka's.
You froze up on me.
Oh,
start that whole little thing over. You froze up on me.
I was saying I do like Cup. I just think Puka's a better play this week because of how they use him and with Micah rushing. But I do think that both Puka and Cup get over double digits this week and double Dallas's total on the season.
All right. We got a defensive question here. Chargers or Ravens defense?
Man, I have both of these teams on upset alert. But I think the Chargers game is probably going to be higher scoring.
I'm going to say Ravens defense is going to sack Hobbs like 5 or 6 times today. It's Ravens for me, not even close. Their pass rush is ridiculous.
And I'm going to say Chargers just because I hate the Ravens, but it's probably the Ravens.
Yeah. Ravens have the most sacks in the NFL. That's how you get points, defensive scoring. Their offense, their opponent isn't – they're not going to drop 40. So
right. And Tyson Haggett might.
It was an auto filling on me. It's Ben Kaiser and filled up in a group tag rather than name. So I think the problem here, Ben Kaiser, is you've used Lambo's Legion a lot of times in your phone. Your keyboard has learned that term. So I think that's what happened. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Rashee Rice or Brandon Ayuk? It's Brandon Ayuk. I feel strongly about that, especially Debo's going. Debo, I don't think Debo's playing, right?
No, Debo's out.
Debo's out.
Plus Rice, now you have Mahomes with a little bit of a cold and in the snow. Rice is my favorite wide receiver on that team, but it's Ayuk for me.
Yeah, anytime Debo isn't playing, Brandon Ayuk smashes. So, pretty clear answer for me there. Well, week 8 start sit questions are to the bottom. Good luck, y'all. Good luck. I might need it too. I got a tight one. I got a real tight one. Tighter than my wife's, but we're gonna pull it out. So good luck here, week 8. Happy Halloween to y'all bitches. We love y'all.
Last week, with all the buys and injuries and some of my lineups being forced, I had my best week of the year. I only lost 3 out of my 16 leagues last week.
Okay.
And 2 of those are dynasty leagues in rebuilds, and I almost won both of those matchups as well. So,
hell yeah. One more. Hollywood Brown, Reed, or Elijah Moore? It's Hollywood for me, baby. Hollywood.
Who the hell is Reed?
Reed is, I'm guessing, the Packers rookie wide receiver.
Okay. Yeah.
Good option to hold on to, but it's Hollywood for me. Good luck. And another one. Y'all getting them in late. Olave, Flowers, standard scoring. Standard scoring, I'm going Olave, hands down.
Agreed.
He's gonna score. He's gonna score eventually. I know it. I feel it.
That's at one point.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
As always, stay true.